We're gonna give you 3 crazy variations that you can use to blow up your upper back for weightlifting, and we're gonna start right now. So one of the best places to make gains, that area of low-hanging fruit, typically is going to be around building strength in the upper back, okay? And when we're looking at weightlifters, if they have a weak upper back, they're going to be slower on their turnover in the snatch. If they have a weak upper back, they might dip forward in the bottom of the jerk. They might lose the barbell forward in that split position. They might even struggle in maintaining that upright posture out of the bottom of a clean. So we have to look at, one, what are the muscles that are gonna improve their upper back strength, okay? So we're gonna look at the top of the erectors, the traps, okay? The rhomboids, looking at the rear delts. All of those specific muscles will contribute to that upper back strength. Then we have to look at those specific positions that they're gonna be weak in, so we can identify if somebody struggles with doing a snatch press in the hole, they probably have a weak upper back. If somebody struggles with locking out that jerk, they probably have a weak upper back. Those are all areas that we can identify so that we can then use these exercises and implement them as accessories to blow up that upper back size and strength in each specific muscle. Now, one of the hacks that I'm gonna share with you that I've stolen directly from the bodybuilding world is that we can build a monster upper back by doing rowing specific exercises. Okay, and when we do those rowing specific exercises, that's actually gonna help us keep the bar even tighter off the floor, even tighter past the knee. And then off the hip, that's gonna help us keep that bar even tighter as we get into the catch and the clean or that catch and the snatch. So when we're using these rowing accessories, we wanna focus on different positions, different angles that will correlate specifically to the snatch and to the clean. Now, a lot of people are a little skeptical of doing upright rows, but I'm gonna share with you a couple different variations that you can use that will be safe for your shoulders and will lead to hypertrophic gains in that upper back. And that first one is gonna be more of just a warm up. Okay, so we're gonna use our strength power elastic band. We're gonna get set here, and I wanna get almost like a little external rotation and come here with that upright row. Okay, so we can go 17 to 20 reps, and this is a really good pre-fatigue exercise that you can use before you do another accessory. But the whole point is that we want to think about rotating and rowing. So we're going to go row, get those elbows back, and then that can lead into that external rotation. This is going to help you feel a little bit tighter when you're wrapping those elbows around the bar. And again, we got to think about staying a little bit more vertical on the dip and drive of the jerk. Now, I like to pair those specifically with this freaking sweet upright row. This is where we're gonna get into a position. If you have access to any type of seated row machine, you should be able to do something like this. And this is not a traditional seated row machine, but you can do this on any seated row. Trust me, you'll be able to do this. And so when we get set, we wanna think about finishing that snatch. We wanna think about finishing the clean. It's gonna go here, and we're gonna lean back. Okay, just a little bit of lean back here. And we almost get a little bit of hip extension into that upright row. Boom. And this is going to absolutely ruin your traps. Okay, so we're here. And then you want to control that eccentric from the top, coming back down. One more. And once you get used to that feeling, when you're leaning back and controlling that position, that's gonna be just like when we're working through that top position of the snatch or of the clean. It's a really phenomenal movement. I recommend doing this exercise on a day 4 before your athlete day, so you have about a day to recover, because it can fatigue your traps and your rhomboids pretty substantially. You can do 4 sets of 17 to blow them up and get a ton of strength improvement in that upper back. Okay, now, if you don't have access to a standard cable machine, this is a really, really sweet upright row variation that is going to be safe for your shoulder girdle. Again, some people get a little bit of a shoulder impingement when they're doing an upright row just with a barbell. If that's you, I do recommend starting with that false grip or just leaning forward a little bit more. But this movement is also freaking phenomenal, and it's gonna mimic what we were just doing on the cable. Okay, so the first thing that you have to do is head over to garagestrength.com and pick up these sweet straps. Okay, so you can get our Garage Strength weightlifting straps, and then the next step is you just wrap these through, almost like you would if you can't hold a front squat, like me, okay? And then we're gonna grab in this position. Remember, we're doing sets of 17 to 20 reps here because we're trying to get a lot of hypertrophic gains in that upper back. Okay, so we can get set here, get a little bit of a lean, and then upright row. Boom, 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 boom. And we want to even think about a little bit of that hip extension. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, so that's a real easy way to mimic what we were just doing on the cable. And when we see this position here, it's gonna be similar to when we're trying to finish in that snatch. It's gonna help us build that deltoid strength. It's gonna help us rotate quicker and punch with the rhomboid strength, and even build bigger traps to help with that initial shrug. So again, you can do this for 4 sets of 17, 5 sets of 17. Do it on a day 3 or day 4 so that you have a little bit of rest before that big day 6. Now we're gonna give you 2 more upright row, big upper back builders that are gonna blow up your strength, which will lead to a better snatch and a better clean and jerk. And I think in the beginning of this video, I said we're gonna give you 3 exercises, but really it's gonna be 5. Now, if you have access to a cable, you can do these 2 movements. If you don't have access to a cable, you can pick up our Power Elastic Strength Band, and you can use this anywhere in the entire world, even inside of your hotel. So the first one is going to be a standing upright row with this rope attachment. And you can use a grip here, like this, okay? A little hip extension, lean back, lean back, lean back. And if you're somebody who does feel a little bit of an impingement there, just change your grip, okay? You can go here. Oh, you're gonna get a little bit more, okay? Of that rear delt and upper trap. Again, sets of 17 to 20 reps. Try and control that eccentric, but feel that position that you would be looking for when you're executing that snatch or when you're executing that clean where your elbows are gonna wrap around the bar. Another variation that you can do when you're using a cable like this, okay, is that we can get down and you can just go here and go upright row like this. And again, you can use either grip, whichever grip feels more comfortable for your traps and for your deltoids. But ideally, you want to do these bodybuilding movements to increase that muscular hypertrophy in that weak area that is leading to maybe an unstable catch position in the snatch, leading to those press outs, and ultimately preventing you from achieving those monster PRs. Oh yeah. So use these exercises to build that monster yoke, to increase your stability in the upper back, and ultimately lead to hitting those monster PRs in the snatch and in the clean jerk. If you guys need help with a program, head over to garagestrength.com. You can download any of our weightlifting specific programs to help you become a champion. Because remember, freaks, if you want to become a champion, you've always got to cultivate your power. Peace.